Hello and welcome. We are thrilled to have you here with us. Our channel is all about exploring and sharing intercultural communication. You can expect engaging conversations, discussions, getting insights, and plenty of fun as we dive into unique ways people from different cultures enjoy themselves and enjoy their communication, enjoy anything, so whatever they want to do. Today's subject is una Española en Nederlander Suomipoika Optimismus Manifestatur. But before that, we're gonna go back to the last episode, which you should go and check. Okay, people, how are you doing? Hola.
Hola, hello. Mark, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, dude.
Yeah, we didn't come live.
In his prime.
We didn't come live because on Saturday was the birthday from Mark, and I want to sing some happy birthday to you in Spanish. Cumpleaños feliz, cumpleaños feliz, te deseo, Mark. Cumpleaños feliz. And many more.
I guess. Paljon onnea vaan, paljon onnea vaan, paljon onnea Mark, paljon onnea vaan.
Thank you.
You are still young and in your prime, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the stuff. Hey, happy birthday aside, which is happy and it's good. We are getting older. We are getting wiser, hopefully. Hey, please, everyone who is watching, who is gonna say, leave comments, check, participate, correct us. I'm sure there's people who know things much better, at least in some things than us. So comment, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, point and poke everything you can see. Por favor. So, hey, what did we do last time? It went pretty nice. I enjoyed it a lot. It was very flowy.
Yeah, it was really moving, like on the push bike. You know, it happened a lot. We talked about a lot.
Yeah, so what was...
It went good, I think.
Yeah, it was nice.
Though it's like sound is really an extensive thing. Like we could, in our case, that we are musicians as well, and you know, like we are in the field of sound. Yeah, I guess that we have a lot to talk about this subject. So I guess like this is gonna happen like with the everything and nothing, that it's gonna have more chapters, because we can expand this to, for example, like music, genders, or whatever stuff, you know. So let us I think like people will maybe like to make sounds, maybe live or something, songs, or how to create. Yeah, maybe, who knows, you know, like combining the languages could be like to make something fun, you know.
You don't say, but there is a nice intro in the channel.
Suggestion. What?
They have a nice intro in the channel that combines languages.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah, but I mean like it's not the same. I think like if we were we didn't talk about, for example, like the sound of every language that makes, no? Like, for example, if you say in English I love you, or in Spanish te quiero, how it sounds. Only in Dutch will you say, how was it? Ik hou van jou, or something like this?
Ik hou van jou.
Ik hou van jou.
Ik hou van jou.
Ik hou van jou.
There's an Icelandic vibe to that, and prove me wrong if who knows Icelandic. I don't. I just know the jau is one thing that they say, like, yep. That's funny. In Finnish, rakastan sinua. That's really, it's like kind of, it's like
so,
funny
and
sound.
the difference in France will be je t'aime, no? Or, you know, like, so, like the sound also says a lot, you know. So in that sense, in the languages, but there are so many things that we can talk about, like sound.
Yes.
It's really extensive.
Yeah, there's
And the
a
human
lot.
Only the human body with its sounds, dude. Interesting.
Mhm.
Everything else. So, and yeah, I guess sound is kind of necessary. It's kind of funny. Although, but that
Yeah.
was one point that I think everyone considered that you would be rather without sound than vision. That seemed to be consensus. I don't know if this is like major. Comment that. Tell me. Do you want to be without sound or without sight? Which would be worse or which better?
Yeah.
Again. So,
Yeah, and
but hey,
What do you? Yes.
yeah, tell me. Sorry.
What do you would like to comment or to add to the last thing that we had?
Well, that's what I was saying. That, for example, this that seemed to be a consensus about this. That we like consensus in Finland, I think. Oh yeah, basically that. Yeah, like that. All of us would choose vision over sound. Still, be musicians and everything, or like into music. Still, it seemed like seeing something would be more important than hearing it. So that was just like, well, maybe the most of the population of Earth thinks the same way. I don't know. That's why I'm telling people to comment and all that. And also, well, I have to say that I am giving my opinions, and I don't obviously represent the whole Finland. The people are not all the same here than anywhere else. So don't take it too seriously. If you upset about something, comment, like, share, tell your friends.
Yeah.
So, well,
It
tell
will
your
be
friends.
like your perception, no, about how Finnish people is in general, but that doesn't make like how do you say it's not still in iron, no? So,
No. But this is how I see it. So anyway, but hey, and today the concept is Optimismus Manifestatur. So
why?
how do you
I
see
want
it?
to I want to
And
tell you something. I want to tell you something about this. It's something like hocus pocus or focus. You know? Like
Hocus Pocus, Hocus Pocus, Pilatus.
exactly. It's like kind of magic, you know, because I think like it's like it's like a projection of something, you know. Also, so also that was tricky. Like we put it in Latin, you know, like it sounds more like a spell. But okay, yeah, I was just wanted to make a point out of it.
Hey, so basically, well, Latin. Okay, I don't do Latin really much.
No, but I mean, like when you know, like the witches and all these, you know, like yes, religions and so on.
Yes, I agree fully. It sounds more like it's like from Harry Potter or something. In that
Exactly.
sense. What a comparison. Hey, but what is optimism?
Good
question. What is it?
Yeah, that's a real good question. I know the answer, but I don't know how to say it. How do you explain it? Optimism. Yeah, of course, it's positive. Positive. Optimism is seeing an option in everything or in the things you want to do.
Seeing a what? Again?
An option like that there is a possibility. Maybe you don't know the answer. You don't know the answer yet, but you see the opportunity and you want to go for it, and with a positive mindset. It can be anything.
Will you say, like, for example, like, it's because it's like something that is optimal doesn't really necessarily means that it's positive, no?
Well,
you know
it can like, be positive in every way, you know. It's like you have different ways of positive, but opportunity is the thing, I guess. Optimism is like standing up and like going like, yes, I want to go for it. And even if there are a lot of uncertainties or something, you still have the positive mindset.
Okay, so you base so it's like a kind of faith stuff, no? For that you have to have like a kind of faith.
Faith with nah, it's not faith. It's more like character.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like, yeah, it comes from your character. Some people have it more than other people and stuff like that. And there are a lot of emotions and feelings behind that. You know, I guess it's to say it simple. It's just a positive mindset to create or to do something or something in that way.
Okay. What's Suomipoika?
Yeah, I want to say that this is the coolest stream I have ever done. It's like -7 or 9, so I'm kind of like sorry if I'm wrapping some here, so I'm gonna freeze otherwise. Optimism. Well, we don't do that here. We are basically the opposite. It's like, what's the opposite again? Pessimism. That's the mindset here. You know, like in general, I think we don't do optimism. But well, I am trying to. I am learning. I am unlearning to be a pessimist, I guess. No, actually, I think I've been optimist more. I think that you expect that you, even if you don't know all the variables, or what, even if you do know the variables, and then it doesn't even look good, but you still expect like a sort of like a positive, like outcome, like optimal in somewhere, you know, that it's gonna be like for the better. That like this, I guess. I would say something like this. That
I
would be
think
my
so. I think that
perspective.
I think that is like that first it has a big component about faith. Is like I think like it's not yeah, you need faith to it's like you have like a mindset of that the outcome of whatever you want to do or that something is going to happen is going to be something optimal actually for you know, it's an optimal outcome for you. I think that this is optimism in general. I don't know.
Would it be considered that then it's like it that you automatically would think that it's positive, sort of like, because
well, the stuff is like it will be positive for you if it's optimus for you, you know.
Yeah,
but that not necessarily has to be a positive thing for everyone, you know what I mean? Because maybe what is optimus for you is a nightmare for another person, you know what I mean? But your mindset is positive for you, you know, what comes out of this is positive or optimal for you. So no, it's a little bit
I didn't find anything to disagree with, I think, in that sense.
No, I think that it's that too, you know. It's the yeah, or the opposite is pessimist, yeah. So pessimist is negative and optimism is positive, but more in a materialistic way, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is this something that you have, or can you kind of like come up with this? I would say immediately that I have been much more negative and pessimistic before, and I have, older I got, I try to think about things, and I try to, you know, like consider like in a like think about things in a positive manner, that then I would kind of like manifest positive things and stuff, or like be optimistic that things will work out. So what do you think? Like, is this something that you have, or you grow, or you can change it? Or I think you can change it. It's a matter
that
of
is, if it's part of your personality, you mean, or that it's made by the environment, you mean?
yeah, well, that and basically the environment, or is this something that you can choose to do, or like is it just a choice, or is it your characteristics? The environment, the culture, everything affects, I guess. So, so that's sort of mixed question, I guess.
What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I think it's also emotional. I guess everybody has it in her or in him, but it needs to be triggered. And some people have it more than other people. And yeah, it depends also cultural and where do you live and yeah, what's your life about and in which phase you are in your life, and there are a lot of things behind it. So yeah, it's also a bit character because some people are just filled with it and some people don't have it, you know. I guess for myself, I was always an optimistic person, but thanks to experiences, it's became less because the world is so complicated as it is. And then you sit like, yeah, I'm optimistic, but you know, the world, the politics and the rules and a lot of things, and also a lot of things in the social world and stuff stand in the way. You know, like they are really pessimistic or give a pessimist situation, and that's a fight if you are optimistic. So, bit like
How
that.
about in your in your country? Is this like people share more the optimism or like pessimism, or can be either, or is there one is more dominant than the other in a sense? Or what is the vibe? Is it the optimistic vibe or pessimistic vibe? Because in here
In
I can
Holland. Yeah, in the
yeah,
Netherlands.
I
It used to be. It used to be really optimistic, but I guess the last years it also became less. You know, it's just I guess the world situation. I guess every country is getting less because of a lot of things. Still, I think
Modern,
the
no?
Dutch people are optimistic people. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
and not so
But
so
also, I
negative.
would say like it has like it also has a lot to do with fear, no? Like
Yeah.
persons with fear like will not be so optimistic too.
Yeah. I think it's more um, self-awareness. It's not fear.
What do you mean? Elaborate.
I mean that you are it's power from yourself as a person.
Yeah, but I will say like something optimistic will be like, for example, if even if what you are telling, like if in Netherlands, for example, you are living like some you have burdens, you know, you have like problems or whatever like this, then the optimistic people will not care about the problems but how to overcome those, no? Or for example, like that will the mindset and will not let the reality or whatever to step on them, but they will overcome with the optimism this
Yes, they will
situation,
always.
no?
Yeah, they will always search or find or both a solution to
Focus on
problems
the
or
solution
to
and not in the
situation.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah, to always find a solution, even though the whole world is filled with problems, you know. But the bad thing is that sometimes people can be tired of it or get empty of it, or are really like, yeah, I tried this, I tried that, I tried this, and then they stop a little bit. But I think in the basic, if you're an optimistic person, it will never go away. The optimism will always stay. You cannot be happy with something if you still have the thrive to get something more, you know. And that's an optimistic person is, I guess, always searching for optimistic things, possibilities.
Okay.
So I really think that, yes. What do
Fair
you guys think about it?
Well, I think that the basic setting here is like, because there is a saying in Finnish set, which is, well, it says positiivisuus on perseestä, meaning that being positive is from your butt, basically, or it sucks ass, or something like this. Sorry for the language. I try to mind it. But basically, I think here
Why?
is also. I think that
Yeah,
there is
why?
many times. Sorry. Yeah. That many
That
times.
why?
Yeah.
Why they say so about this sentence?
Well, basically, I think it's like people. Like it's people talking that people don't want to make a scene. You don't talk loud. So if you are really excited, somehow that's not maybe viewed in a positive manner. That you should be more like, hey, come on, take it easy. You have to be so upbeat about it. And then I think it goes that if you are kind of excited about something, and you are being very optimistic, and then like that there is the fear that it doesn't work out, and I think, and then also like basically that it's considered if you portray yourself very optimistic, you're like the Americans, that the super optimist, like, oh, I'm super excited to see you, I'm super this, super that, and then people go to the opposite, like that they think that that's just fake, that is like Pepsodent smile thing, like that it's all smiles and ways, but it doesn't really mean anything. So I think that's somehow considered that you shouldn't be too optimistic, or at least present yourself in a very positive. You should keep it low, I think, somehow, and that and the Finnish people are pessimistic in general. It's like at best it's like it could be worse, which is not very optimistic and positive thing to say, I think. That's like whatever. It's like, well, somebody has it even worse, or it could be worse. And the comments, even the language, I think around it is like, and then there is like, oh, I think that's the stuff that it's not like suitable or proper to be too optimistic, I think. And you make, for example, because you make, maybe the better example in this is, sorry that if it's a little bit long, but when you make estimations like, yeah, that could possibly maybe work, and you're not gonna be like, yes, that's gonna work, this is how we're gonna do it, yeah. You don't do that. I don't see
It's like
people.
they play with probability, no? In Finland.
Yeah,
It's more
yeah.
like
It's like, I think
cool,
one of the
cool,
is that,
possible, probably, but never like
it's like, and
believe
that's also
the
like
fact.
you're supposed to like talk things down, like, and in a way I even enjoy it, like the British said that when was it the Spanish Armada was there, near the city or London or what, in the coast, they are like that they considered that the Spaniards were a bloody nuisance, that they were not a threat, but they were like really annoying. So they, of course, there's a war coming, and you try to kind of present it like in low key, that it makes it kind of dry, humoristic, funny thing. But I think people is really careful, many, to say like, yeah, we're gonna do it. That's how it's gonna work. That seems like that's more for a motivational speaker. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Please comment. I know there might be some other Finnish huggers watching this, but I think something like that. And then I think it goes to the opposite in that sense, like it's considered that I don't know, maybe if you win the lottery, then it's like, then people, I remember all that saying like, well, I wouldn't quit my job. I'm okay, fine, yeah, what? Okay. Anyway, maybe that makes no sense, but yeah, that's my monologue. Sorry for taking so long, but
No, it's good. Perfect. But that gives a good picture. I mean, like, well, not a good, well, I don't know, yes, like it gives a picture of their stuff, like how people is over there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really like first see and then joy.
Yeah, and I
a
think
little bit slower.
That people are not so, I don't know if people would be so like excitedly, optimistically, like rooting for someone else. Also like, yeah, I'm sure you're gonna make it, like it's gonna be like, I don't know, man, that seems a bit risky, who knows what's gonna happen. And then that comes even from certain pagan religion stuff that Finland has earlier, because there is like this, that there is certain amount, I think I said this already before, but there is certain amount of happiness, and if your neighbor has certain amount, you cannot have this, it's limited. So it could be based a little bit on that.
Share stuff. So if the other has, you cannot have. Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna
Well,
I'm gonna
that's a
call it
bit weird.
thing that I have with me here a little bit because otherwise I'm gonna freeze. So go on.
You're already packed in full.
Yeah, I'm 1% Inuit or something. Eskimo, can you say Eskimo? I guess so. So yeah,
Eskimo.
fair enough.
So do you think that there are, for example, there are notable differences in the perception of optimism between Finland, Spain, and the Netherlands?
Yeah, if I hear how it is in
For ex-
Finland, yes, it's different.
Mhm.
I think like you guys,
And how?
maybe we are in the one extreme, and I think Spain would be probably, and my picture of what Holland would be, that also like you have to be optimistic to think that you go somewhere in, you know, in the ends of the world to find, I don't know, the gold, or I don't know, conquer, or to
Yeah,
like
this is what I was
explore
this is what
stuff.
I was this is what I was telling about, like it requires a supply of faith there, you know, somehow, you know, that there is some outcome that if you dare, you will get some kind of reward, you know, like it's like that's like optimism, you know, like
Yeah, reward. It's achievement also,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. But
That you
something like,
achieve that what you wish.
yeah, so that you will get what you wish. Exactly, yes, that is optimism. I think that's the definition or something.
Yeah.
Yes. And
So
so Mark was making a point, like really good, no, that is interesting for me. Like he was telling that yeah, you can be optimist, but then the media play or promote a good role, you know, a big role in this, or dismissing optimism in society, for example, no? What do you think
yeah,
about that? I think that that's a good, you know, because like people can be optimistic, but then if they are telling you all the time in the news, we are gonna have war, we are gonna have this, we are gonna have that, we are gonna have the other, you know, so it's like kind of like, okay, why I'm gonna try anything if everything is gonna everything is gonna be destroyed in a couple of months, you know, someone is gonna push the button or
Yeah, I guess,
whatever, you know, and it's not in my hand. Fuck, I don't do anything, and that's it. No.
yeah. And the point is,
yeah.
you tell to even people, it's kind of scientifically proven, I guess, that if you have a bad experience, you tell it to more people than a good experience. And the news seems to be, if you think about it, what is the news that you remember? For example, I think that would be something really optimistic and positive and nice, you know. And oh my God, it's always seems to be like, okay, there was this crime, there was this horrible act of violence, there is this war,
But
there
I
is this
think because
problem.
this kind of
I
negative
guess it tells.
stuff, yeah, because I think that this kind of negative stuff, it stays more in you in order to prevent you, and in order to that you have more possibilities of surviving, no? If you know what are the negative stuff, no, and you keep it in your you keep the track of this, then you,
Yeah.
I don't know, I am just speculating. You know, then it's like you save it in the book, you know, that you write it down so that it doesn't happen to you, that you come with this in order to make your choices, you know. So that I think that this is why to guarantee your survival, you know. This is why I think like the negative feelings stays there longer or more than, or the negative news than the others, because that creates a fear, and fear has this mean of making yourself aware, and in order to protect you. I think is this.
I think that could have been. I think I read somewhere also that's the case, and because if when you're a kid and you burn your hand, you're gonna remember that for the rest of your life. But of course,
Yeah,
then
but I don't think that way. I don't think we negative has more impact than positive. But I think, for example, what I also always notice, for example, is that if you talk with people, yeah, of course you can talk about problems. Of course, everybody has problems, but you also talk a lot about all the good things you do, you know, or maybe even more about the positive things, and that's inspiring. You know, that gives a good influence, you know, a good, a positive mindset. And if you look to the news and stuff, well, I think in these worlds, it's like optimism is already destroyed at schools, at little kids, and like small kids as 3-4 years old are really like with power and everything. And they are already said, no, you have to sit, you have to do like this, and you have to do like that. And you cannot do this, you cannot do touch this. You know, it's all rules and control, and you have to watch out for this, you have to watch out for that. This is dangerous, that's dangerous. It's the negative mindset of most people.
Okay, now you want to hear? I was asking to the universal brain. You know, the I says, I was making the following: are the negative things or news impacting more human mind than the positive one? And now listen what it says. It says, yes, negative news tends to have a stronger impact of the human mind than positive news. This phenomenon is known as negative bias. Humans are naturally more attuned to negative information because it can be crucial for survival. So, oh my God, my logic is really good, no? I think negative. Oh my God, negative events often evoke stronger emotional responses and are more memorable than positive ones. This can lead to a heightened sense of fear, anxiety, and stress when exposed to negative news frequently. However, it's important to balance the consumption of news by seeking out positive stories and focusing on uplifting content. This can help mitigate the effects of negative bias and promote a more balanced perspective. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But really, I am surprised. I mean, because I just thought about it, and like it has to be with fear, I think, and in order like survive, you know, and it's, but yes,
it's not, well, maybe for me personal, but for me the negative is not. Yeah, you need. It's of course a part of it is like what you say. It's like a bit fear, or that you want to know what is danger and stuff like that. But I think if you always hear those things, you know, if you watch around and you see all the pessimistic people around and everything, it's, well, if there's, and you have no positive experiences and all the things, you know, and positive doesn't have the bigger part of your life, then why are you living then? Or what are you doing wrong in your life that life is that boring and serious and stuff like that? And then there is no need for life, you know? I'm not a robot or a machine, you know, I'm living.
Yeah, but many people just live lives without, I mean, like there's a lot of people that live lives without positive thoughts, that they can be like really like going through life in a real nightmare, you know what I mean? So it's like,
I know.
And they don't commit suicide, o sea, they still keep the resilience going on.
We commit suicide here a lot.
Yeah,
Horrible
in the Nordic countries. Yes.
We are leading statistics with that shit, at least. That's really, I will now repeat with that shit, because that's of course horrible.
Hello, visitors of the ether, and welcome. Yeah.
Welcome.
So
yeah, I don't know where are you from, the spectator that is there in the ether. But what do you think? What is your opinion about the matter? If you could comment,
yeah,
like
you're optimistic
anything.
person or a pessimistic person? And do
you think that? Yeah, do you think, for example, like, yeah, if he's or she is an optimist or negative person, and the country where it's coming from. That would be also nice to know.
Well, do you believe that it influences your personal success, for example, and all that? And hey, is there comment? We want comments. We want influence. We want
Yeah.
pessimism. We want optimism. We want ism. We want everything.
Exactly.
So basically,
People want
that's the
everything
stuff.
and nothing.
Basically, so and hey, dudes, hey everyone, remember to subscribe, like, share with your friends. I have shared now in a couple of episodes said that you should share with your friends. It's good to share. Sharing is good. Subscribing is
Not
good.
sharing is not good. Exactly.
Not sharing is not good. Yes.
No,
So
that's
it's like, what is
pessimist.
the best in life? Okay. Yeah.
So do you consider well, do you consider yourself an optimistic person of the ether? Let's go one by one with us, and also join the conversation if you are there. Do you consider yourself optimistic? In my case, I consider I am an optimistic person, but I take note of things, like I go, but I also like prevent myself many times, like that it can be like maybe not so good outcome, but I go like expecting for the good.
Mhm.
This is my mindset.
Okay.
What is
fair.
yours?
If I go next, basically, well, what I want to comment from the earlier is like I have a notion that like Finnish people complain about things to other people. I don't know. I guess you tell positive things, but I would say that many times the discussions like is about complaining. Maybe it's about getting relief to your stuff and your situation, but I think this is what happens.
Mhm.
And it's maybe it's even the way to sort of that is
Do
played.
you?
Huh?
Do you? You are
I
like this?
I think this is
You're
part
a
of
complainer.
this part
You're a complainer. Yeah.
complainer. I think this part is strong in me still, but I have practically tried to like what is this? Consciously try to be more positive and like this, like
Like
to
for example, if
be more
someone will
optimistic.
propose, if someone will propose you out of nothing, like, hey, let's go to do this. Like, what do you think? That would be fine. Or what is normally your answer? Is like, yeah, let's go.
No,
Or it's like,
no. If you want to have coffee with someone, you should start considering 2 weeks before.
no, I
Maybe.
am talking about you, not about Finland.
About
I am
me,
talking, yes.
I am more depends, but I think I am more like I would be going. I have done things
You
that
are
I
in.
just
Yeah.
go. I'm
Okay.
more like in. Of course, it depends. If it's interesting enough, then I bet I made stupid choices like that as well. So that's the stuff. But yeah, I would say that I'm more like optimistic, and maybe that's actually my problem. Could be also that I, like it's like I do nothing, but I left nothing undone, and then I even not do enough for something, and I'm still a bit too optimistic with the results. You know what I mean? That maybe I won't do the work that should be done to get the result, but I still expect the optimistic. I'm optimistic that it's gonna be the results.
Okay.
Maybe I'm over optimistic in some things. Okay.
What about you, Dutchman?
Dutchman, yes, Dutchman. Yeah, I
That's
think
guy.
I am an optimistic person. Yes, I think yes. Yeah, I maybe in such a way that it's sometimes weird for me to be in this. Well, I always call it the standard world, like that. It's a bit weird because all the persons are more like serious. For me, it's like that. They're really serious. For example, about a job or something, and I'm more like, yeah, okay, you can be serious, but make it with fun, you know, with optimism, you know, try this, try that, do this, do that, always new things, always positive change and stuff like that. So yeah, I always create something new or something, have new ideas, and I can't, yeah, that's sometimes it's really difficult, you know, for me. I guess in my younger years, I was so optimistic, I never said no, almost, you know, it's like I'm open for everything. And, well, and if you try something and it doesn't go good, yeah, okay, I've got an experience, I got a little bit more wiser, you know, like that.
Maybe
Mm.
that
Yeah.
maybe that will slide us forward with the matter in a sense if you think about optimism and science, and like how does it affect mental health, or for example, or decision making. And this is what Mark just was saying, basically, like that he didn't say no, that he said yes to everything. So in a sense, the optimism influenced his decision making, and then he
Yeah,
makes
or,
new
or
things.
for example, if you're having a disease or something, and then like how do you your thinking will, you mean that how your thinking
Yeah.
will influence how in your health, for example, like to think positive about that you are gonna get cured, no? I think that is
key.
a really important thing, because I think, for example, if you go to I always think that the doctors has a really power with this, you know, that if a doctor tells you go to visit a doctor, for example, no, I don't know what you think about it, but this is how I think. You go to visit a doctor and the doctor will tell, don't worry, that it will go okay, you know. That is like giving you like some kind of relief that the things will go okay, and so it's like a good start to, you know, for to get cured, so that doesn't give you stress from the first hand, you know. But if your doctor will say something like, well, this is a really dangerous thing and you are probably, you know, because only 20% of people will survive of these things, even if it's the truth, you know, I think that doesn't help, you know. I don't know what you think about it, because I think like it will, you know, like I think like focusing in more in the positive than in the negative, you know, even if it's, let's put it like this, okay, only the 20% of people will survive. But on place of saying like only the 20% of people will survive, it's like, look, 20% of people survive to this, so this is a big chance that you are going to make it, you know, even if it's the 20, but you know that you put in that you are inside that 20, you know. So it's like something to put from the beginning your mindset in a starting good position, you know. I don't know how to explain it, but I think that it influences a lot how you're going to pass the sickness.
I agree fully with that, and I have a personal experience. Very short story. I had pains in my like ankle or something. I was with New Rock shoes that had huge platforms. I was running for a metro drunk. Things happen when you're drunk, you know. My shoes went like, and both my ankles bent, and the other one was somehow worse. And they took like a lot of time. They got better, but they were always like not so good. There was some pain, and then I went to the doctor. It's like, well, you know, I don't know. There's not really much we can do. Well, there's the exercise. We can try, but it's not going to probably help. I was like, shouldn't we take X-rays? X-rays, or should we do like, you know, something? It's like, well, yeah, we can try this, but it's likely not going to help. I'm like, that was ridiculous by any standard, or really like, okay, so that means that my ankle is going to be just bad. That's it. I have no hope in this, and then probably that didn't really help much, right? That's not how it should be. No. And exactly what you said, like they should present the stuff, or it's like, hey, 20 people actually they are fine after this. This is serious shit, but serious thing, but you know, 20 people they gonna be just fine. This is all for everything else, and because I think it's a proven fact that people with the lume effect.
Yeah, I don't know, like
in a
like
white pill.
I don't know
Just
that.
Yes. So basically, that will cure you the same way that the medicine. And somebody is already making it further that it's actually all about that. And I think that
yeah,
if you get whatever pills, which is not gonna, like, let's say you get sugar pills, you don't know what they are. They say like, you start taking this every day, and within a week you will feel better. You will probably feel better if you think, okay, that's good. I will eat this for in a week. I will feel better. You probably will feel
mm,
better. So I
yeah,
think
Yeah, but that's the power of the mind.
exactly.
yes,
Some people are suggesting that everything is actually this, or that even any medicine is basically more about this. And then you have the control groups in some medicine, for example, that the other ones got sugar pill, other ones got the medicine, and they both got basically same percentage.
it's like placebo, no?
Yeah, placebo,
Yeah,
lume.
placebo. Yeah.
Yeah, what is the lume?
It's
That's a
placebo.
Yeah, but you have to see
Yeah.
a difference there, because there is a difference between a real health issue, that you have really a problem in your body, because there is a problem in your body, but you also have a lot of people who have, let's say, emotional problems, of psychologic problems.
Psychological.
And with that,
Psychological.
that one.
Psychological.
Couldn't say it. But anyway, they have problems there, and that's causing the problems in the body. And that's the difference, because the one is a mindly problem and the other is a physical problem. And for the
Mhm.
physical problem, some pills will help, not every pill, but I guess more natural thing help better, I think. But if it's a mind problem, yeah, you can give a placebo and then the mind finds peace, for example, and then the problem in the body is also gone. So, and that's the difference.
but
Because
this is exactly what I was trying to say, that there is people who suggest actually that it's all about the mind. That there is that okay, that because they, for example, if I understood correctly, they are trying to tell us continuously, okay, this is something that I'm not gonna say that this is the ultimate truth, but I heard that the people were saying that they most of the time, at least, that they're talking about that the people when have mental problems, that there is there's like you fix the chemistry in the brain and then it's gonna be fine. But I think this should be probably scientifically also already backed up that that's not the case. That and
No, it's
when you do the
both.
therapy stuff and you would do like not giving pills will cure you, and not the pills, and that the mind is in that sense okay. We have
I think that that the point is like that when you are thinking, no, about like possible outcomes, no, when you are worried about what's going to happen in the future or whatever, you know, like ostras, I have to pay this bill and I don't have money, or I don't, you know, or it's going to come the war, or this is going to happen, you know, and that creates like a level of stress in you that also it affects the way how we breathe, no, if you think about it. So it's like the normally breathing is designed, no, to bring all the oxygen to the cells so that you can make all the process in your body, like because the body can regenerate. It's constantly, there are cells dying in our body and then we are regenerating and so on, no.
Are you doing
So
this?
yeah.
You were doing it's automatic already. It's mind page fixer. It's already like this automatic.
It's already in the automatic system.
Yeah. So if it's like that, then arrive one moment that, so what happened automatically when people is stressed? That first, what the muscles contract, the muscles you get contractures and stuff like that. Then you have problems for sleeping, like disorders in the eating. So, and all this in the end is like you are making a struggle for the cells, you know, for all the organs in your body, and the organs are made by cells. So yes or yes is going to affect physically. Your thinking is going to affect physically what happened to you.
Yeah,
You know?
but
And
what does that start? You know, to come back with the thing. If
that can
you
be
think
both things. No?
pessimist, if you think pessimist, and if you have too much fear, and if you have too much, you look at too much at negative things, or you just look at politics because you only have to look at politics and you're already stressed out. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's normal. You know, but those things. That are the creators of stress and of all the diseases, and I think they do that on purpose. You know, it's good for
Yeah,
business,
that
for the
is
pharma industry. So
yeah. The one sick
yeah,
people. Yes.
Well,
yeah, and that's the thing. You know, and that
Yeah, it's
should
business.
change.
Yeah.
I have to say that maybe this is gonna get us banned from YouTube, but basically, for example, America, somebody was suggesting
Yeah.
that the best business is to have a sick child who is gonna be, he's been eating bad all his life so far. Then it gets sick of eating bad. People have a lot of diabetes, obesity, God knows what else, and then it has to eat. She or he has to eat medicine for the rest of his life, and then other thing is the war business of weapons. And they are, some people are saying there that this is totally corrupt. This is totally crazy. That this is totally like the best business to have a sick kid and war. It's like what? And that, if you think about it, of course, that is one thing that maybe that's exactly how it is. I don't have so much knowledge, but that smells kind of like how things could be rolling. So that is, but
Yeah.
the point, like I am thinking that okay, I'm not suggesting here that okay, you have that in a way. Well, I am kind of thinking that you create the reality with your mind. And the thing is, like, if you have a bad day, you hit your toe, you put your toothbrush into the toilet, and then next thing, and it starts to escalate, and you create this how you perceive things, and then that. I have one name, Bruce Lipton.
Mm. Bruce
And
Lipton.
actually, that's something because we are also told that we are controlled by genes, and we cannot do anything because we get these genes. This is what's going to happen, and that seems to be nonsense.
A ver,
And
there is
nonsense for decades, still it's said like this. So there is basically this that it affects even that how you it's not some kind of hocus pocus abracadabra thing, but it seems to be that how you perceive things will affect your DNA
yeah.
and some
Totally.
strange.
Yes. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I think that's totally truth what he says. No, Bruce Lipton is a guy.
Put Lipton. I really like the guy. I think
Yes,
he's
yes, for it, Mark. I will put you some links from him.
yeah, that's good.
yeah,
Put
because
me some links.
he's and there is the other things that he talks, and it's for me it's like
I'm gonna put it here, and let's see
But
if
we talked
a
it in the other stream. Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about it in the other stream, and
Okay, so
people can watch that stream. But
very
for
good
all the
idea.
details.
Very good.
But it's the water, you know. If you think a lot of negative things, then it goes in your water. So if you're really pessimistic, it goes in your water, and your water changes your whole body and all your genetics and all your DNA. If you do that every day and you walk with it every day, and your environment is like that every day and stuff like that, it goes into it, and then your brains don't make those connections, they make a different connection, and yeah, then you're trapped, you know. And that's what they are doing through television, media and stuff. They keep the people all there where they are, you know, and only a few break free. And because of technology, and there you have science again, I think because of technology we get as people we get a little bit more freedom and a little bit more free speech and stuff like that, and also a lot of more wisdom. And because we have wisdom, it's like you wake up and then you see it's like, hey, what am I doing here? there's something not good, you know. If I live a more happy life, then I feel better, then I'm healthier, then I have, you know, more possibilities, and I have more optimism and stuff like that. And that's I think that's the big fight at the moment in the world, you know, between the psychopath and the good normal people who want to live a positive free life, you know.
The interesting thing, I don't know if you refer to that it gets into your water. Do you mean because we are like, I don't know, 70% of water? Is this what you meant when you said it affects your water?
Yeah. It goes in your body, you know, in your water. It changes the molecules inside of your water.
Yeah. And this is the interesting thing, if they consider that water has memory, so your body is mostly water, and then it has. And by the way, because of Kurtzegar, which I will promote again with the fun videos, it was like we all are like, was it 0.08% metal? I have to check that. But we have a lot of water.
By the way, this is the biologist, and this is the guy that we were talking about, Bruce Lipton. He was. I recommend this book a lot. It's called The Biology of Belief, and if you have the opportunity to read this, is really good. Many people say it's like he is like you know, like that's not a great science or whatever, you know. For me, it's just pure logic, you know. For me, it's pure logic. But of course, like people may not be agree with this or something, but it's worth to check out.
Yeah, and I think actually that this guy has been telling this, and he said like he was teaching otherwise, that he would have to teach different than what he taught. And I think now it's start to be more accepted what he has said. Although now I think he's also going to some kind of like sort of to the conspiracy theory area and aliens and stuff like this with his channels or whatever, I think. But I saw something, so maybe people don't.
It's like everything, you know, like you buy a CD of music and you don't like all the songs that they're playing, no? But songs are good and others are good. Then whatever he has deduct, you know, from that first point, that's his own conclusions, no? But the same origin of his thinking can inspire you to make another search, you know, in anything else, because we don't have to be scientists to use our brains, you know. We all have the ability and capacity to do it.
I know you feel very strongly about that in general, but I just want to note that he has gotten into this kind of, I don't know if he was always interested, I was talking about other things, but what I understood at some point that he was more concentrated on the DNA business. What was the name of the book? The Beef of Belief. And
he was like
the Theory of Belief, or what was the book called?
The Biology of Belief. And there is like also like videos that people can check online.
Yeah.
And that is really interesting.
But with belief, do they mean religion or do they mean just believing?
No,
in
it's about he talks about perception. Like the perception, how you perceive the things, it's gonna make that your body makes chemical reactions, you know, because that's gonna create an answer on you. And then, well, if you think about like our genes, I mean, like you have like the genetical code, but you don't express all the genes that you have, that you carry. Let's put like you have information in your body, but not all the genes are expressed, you know. You are carrying it, but they are not expressed, meaning like reveal or manifest in the reality. But certain signals can trigger that you express certain genes, you know, at some point, you know. So he said like the regulatory thing is like that perception, you know, of the things that can trigger it, you know. It's like the signal.
I think that's another option.
It's very interesting.
Yes. What we have an episode that could be called something like mind over matter, you know, like to discuss about this, that how much that could affect or whatever, something like this could be interesting. And
But what
people,
yeah,
if there's somebody watching, comment please, share,
but
like,
but the
subscribe.
point that I was making before is like that Mark. Okay, Mark was telling something like really important. Is like, is the physical or is the mind? I think it works in both ways. You know, for example, if you have like any physical that happened to you, like by an accident, or you could your leg or amputate it, or you lose an eye, or there is something that happened to you like an accident, that of course is gonna impact your mind as well. You know, so it goes both directions. You know. And that is, you know, the limitation can trigger a depression, and the depression is going to impact again in the physics. So it's like, so it can be that it comes from the physics to the mind, or comes from the mind to the physics, you know. So this is what I think. So both of them, they are not separated from each other. They are like, I think like mind,
the balance of life.
Yeah, yes. I mean, like thinking generates emotions, and these emotions generate it's just chemics, you know, chemics that triggers physical stuff, you know.
Yeah, well, I think it's also the biggest question of humankind, and a lot of scientists are trying to discover it, and a lot of religions try to explain it and stuff like that.
Okay,
But
wait a second. What? Just a second, because I have here my kid, and I don't want that she's here around.
Leave it like this. It's also nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Oop. So I let you Mark talking.
So now I cannot see you guys anymore.
So now you are the screen now. Do something impressive.
Do something interesting all alone. Should I do a dance or something?
I don't know. Yeah, we can do.
But I cannot dance.
But
So
no worries. Anyway, but basically, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think
it's the biggest question of humankind. You know, how is the soul and the body connected, or is the soul and the body divorced? You know, like can your soul live alone without the body? You know, that's the big question.
Yeah, but then there we go in another track. Yes, but it's
that's another thing.
Yes,
we have another
but it's
screen.
interesting. We should write. I will, you know, like I am gonna start to have like a notebook to write all these things that comes out, then to be able to talk later.
Yes. Then you need a big book, a big one.
Yes. yeah, totally.
Yeah, but that's really interesting.
Sorry that I have to leave, but it's, I think, like, you know, like I don't want to, even that we are not talking about any strong subject or anything, but I don't want my kid to be in the net, you know, because I don't know what is there, you know. Even like I keep on positive, but, you know, I don't know what kind of people will, you know, can use image or whatever, you know. And I don't care because I can choose, but my kid cannot choose, you know. So that's why I stopped. Okay. So
yeah, no worries. I understand. Yes. Okay. That's a good thing. So
yeah. Well, even that I tell her, like, please, when I am doing this, no in the camp, but she forgets and then comes. But anyway, yes.
Human, that's what happens. So, but
Yeah. Eight.
yeah, the mind and the matter thing and the stuff is like somehow like it's the Lipton thing that your perception affects. So basically, your mind affects your physiology. And then I remember this kind of what they did is that somebody was missing a hand, like let's say till the elbow. Then they have sensations that it itches, the hand itches. And what they did, they made it so that you put hand and then you put the other hand, and you made like a mirror thing that it looks like you have the both hands. And then they
They
scratch
put
the
a
hand.
mirror. Yes.
Yes, and
It's
they
like
scratch
a
the hand. Looks
ghost
like
member.
the hand is itching, that is not there, and they feel that the hand is being scratched. So that is
Yes.
like a strong indication of the mind business in that sense. So I don't know, maybe I'm too much to this situation, like I said, like the Mario Lanza guy about that the consciousness and mind creates the universe and not the other way around. So I don't know, but basically there is, I guess it's like that one could conclude that in that sense that, for example, some psychological things that can affect at least one way or the other, I guess.
And
How about
do you
therapy?
eh?
How about like a psychotherapy stuff? Or like
Well, what do you mean?
that like this optimism. Do you think that it can be used in like in therapy or?
Of course. Well, there is like, for example, conductivism. I think that you can kind of like train the people, for to how do you say?
To free themselves from pessimist thoughts.
No, but like to like to generate another answer that they will normally do. For example, like if they see someone, for example, some people will react like for example, distrust at the beginning, no? So they will have to replace that answer, this answer to that how do you say, to that trigger or whatever, by generating like another kind of behavior, so little by little, because in the end we are animals of habits, so then also you have make like we create patterns that are automatized inside of us. That didn't happen to you, that you have like certain patterns that you are acting the same for the same kind of stimulus? That happened to the people that, for example, is negative as well, like they create an answer, to a negative answer to whatever thing that they get proposed, or a new project or whatever. So on place of this, they can take another alternative path. And then, so I guess that there will be like some kind of training for this, no? Like
awareness, I guess, different mindset, or sometimes it's answers for some questions.
Yeah, there was like, there is
let
one
them
guy.
see another truth.
Yeah, there is one guy. I really love that. I was like seeing he's Spanish, and his name is Emilio Duro, and he was like empresario, I don't know, like a man of business, and he got like heart attack or something. Like he was like in a life-threatening situation, and he changed his mind, because he was putting himself about worries and about like what's gonna happen, stress and everything. And then he discovered that this is not life about, that I have to do something else with my life. And then he's like giving also like speeches, and then he has or something really, really funny. He said like, if you eat carrots, or something like this. I don't know if it's exactly the same sentence, but something like this. If you eat carrots, what you are gonna shit is carrots. If you want to shit onions, you will have to eat onions for to shit onions. But some people eat carrot and expect to shit onions. So this is you see what I mean? So that's the stuff. If you have an stimulus and you always produce like negative answer, you also have to change your things, like how you proceed. So you have to put something from you, and it will be like, okay, I changed what happened to me. No, the trick is like change the perception. This is the only thing that you can change. How do you perceive what is happening to you? I think this is the trick in here. And not matter what happens to you, as bad as it is, but how you look at this, that makes the whole difference.
Exactly, actually, and one thing that I want to say, if I'm fast to this, is that also there is people, I guess me included, this like things happen to you. You know what I
Yes.
mean? That how that
All
you
the
are
time.
passive. You are a
Yes.
passive object, that things come and happen to you, and then you are kind of like, why this needed to happen to me, and all that kind of stuff. That's probably also like a bit of a wrong way to go, because then it makes you a passive. Like you cannot affect the things, just keep happening to you, and you are supposed to be the one who makes the reality for yourself. And
No, but it happens everything. No, things happens to you that you didn't have anything to do with that thing, or not, apparently not any connection. Like, for example, today is raining. It's not my blame, colega. You know what I mean?
No, but I mean that
that's why it was shitty weather. Huh?
But then
Yeah,
there
that
is
this is
other
the-
that I can see myself as a victim of what happened to me, or
Yes.
I can. Yes, this is what you mean, no?
This is what I wanted to just point out. Just the weight of telling things is also like, and then we can relate at least some way to the optimism. Is like that you chose that this happened, or this happened to you, and then I have outsourced many things, that things happened to me. Why this had to do like this? Why this happened? That's just one thing I think I wanted to say. Hey, is there like how about if there's, do we have anyone there in the ether? Do we have
Not that I know.
Okay.
Probably there is, but not that they are subscribed or anything.
I try to be a witty person. It's like, which neurotransmitter is associated with optimism? And I want answers. Please comment. Put your answers there, or leave them otherwise. I will if you answer correct, I will give you a virtual hug. Maybe. Just maybe.
We will reveal this in the next chapter. If not, find it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
But who keep that, if we see that, they will get a virtual hug. It's a very optimistic thing to do. Hugging.
Yeah,
I like hugs, man.
Especially from a Finnish person.
Yes, it's also rare and it's special. I'm more of a hugger.
Makes it really special. I mean, Spanish jump everybody around the neck. They hug everything and everybody.
Everything.
The Dutch are in between. So, and by Finnish, it's the other way around. So, if you get an internet hug, from a Finnish guy, then you have the jackpot.
Yeah. They are probably gonna explode. That's so much.
Explode.
Have you guys experienced a moment where optimism have played for example, a crucial role in your life, or in I don't know, some challenging situation that you were like in a really like a bad spot or something, and then like your thinking saved you for something?
Yeah, I guess it happens
Do
so
you
many
recall
times
any?
that I can't talk about them all. But yeah, let's say it's optimistic, that I am here where I am now in life. For example, the only ground that I am here where I am is my optimism. even though even laws and politics and rules and social world and stuff like that, like everything said what you want isn't possible. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. I said, that's my way. I'm gonna go that way, and I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna do it, and that's optimism. And
Mhm.
yeah, well, it changed my life, Yeah, definitely. And I
And
think,
you?
yeah, that's the way. And Finland?
And Finland, Suomipoika?
Yeah, I have been in a earlier, for example, in a situation that I felt like I was in a tough spot, and then I kind of, well, for me that was more like that I decided, I kind of manifested things, and I was thinking that things is now I am in a spot that things have to get better, that things are going to be better, and that things are better in a sense. So then I wanted more company, and I wanted to, get my finances better, and I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's also like in a way it's like part of the being optimistic is that on my view that's probably another subset in a way, but you can manifest things. I strongly believe this. So I have like very silly thing that I started doing. There was some individuals told me about The Secret, the movie, and the idea and all that kind of manifesting and all this. There was the movie Secret, and then anyone who wants can check it if they want. But what I did is like I used to go to a cafeteria. There was like it was kind of big, was many times very kind of crowded. Then you have seats by the window. So what I did is like basically I started to think, because many happened that I wanted to sit by the window. It's nice. With big windows, you can see and observe people, winter, summer, whatever. And it was for me nice to sit by the window. But many times I couldn't get. They seem to be that okay. There's no seats, or then basically that there is no space by the window. So what I did, if I was planning to go there, before I pictured that there's going to be room for me, or if I have someone with me, there's going to be room in the place, and it's going to be a window table. It's really like nonsense, and I will tell you that basically, if I got there, it's most of the time there was window seat available on the table. Or if
Hokutus
there was,
pokutus.
I come there and then somebody, when I'm buying something, somebody leaves. And then there is going to be, or I had to wait for like ridiculous small amount. That it was basically, I don't remember a situation that because it could have been so much people that you kind of like look a little while and then you have to like, okay, nobody's leaving, I'm going to go somewhere else. But it was like, I pictured that there's going to be room, and basically there was always room. Exactly what I wanted. It's a very small thing, but I think that was something that I started with this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
but that's the optimistic way of viewing. If you see the cup is half full, then you will always see that the cup is half full. And
Yeah, but the magic thing of this is that Paz is telling that in a kind of way, it's like he manifests the things
this is
that
how
he
I saw.
thinks.
Yeah, this is how I saw it.
you
I
see the
pictured,
things like that.
No,
and the
because if
point
there
is,
is a space, empty space, is there an empty space? This is an objective reality. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
nothing
but
that is half a space or.
well,
your
the point
deep
is like,
mind will always find that thing what you think.
Okay, yes. Well, maybe. But I
the point is,
think because this is like, because the half glass and that is still relative, but that is or is empty or is not. You know what I mean? In that case.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's how you see it, and if you are with optimistic thoughts, you will always find optimistic things. And if you have negative thoughts, then you always find negative things.
yeah, this is, I
Mhm.
know. I remember when I was younger, there was like, let's say I was walking the street, I was more afraid and like not so secure or something. And I was thinking that I was kind of trying to push people away, and maybe I was trying to be not very social, because I am trying to be social, and I try not to be because that was not cool thing to do here. in a sense that people are introvert. You cannot be an extrovert. Or it's not, or you can, but whatever. But it's like revered that people don't like other people. They don't want to talk to you. And you know, why is that? So it was like you walk and then you're like, I hope this mother hugger is not going to come to talk to me. And you know what happens? Exactly the person you don't want to come to talk to will come to talk to you. There is some
because it's where you focus.
But what I feel like, and then maybe I'm wrong, but this is what with my experience is like I said, I was thinking before going to the cafe that there is going to be room for me. And basically almost without exception, there was room for me. So I felt that I affected the reality by what I thought, that I manifested the room, that universe started to put things in different order so I can have the room there, the space to sit where I wanted. This is how I see it.
If that's really possible, then we can change the whole world, you know?
Yeah, I think, yes, that should be possible. But then there is also the fact that it's not exactly that easy because in that sense that you kind of have to really believe it. It's not going to be that you say that there's going to be room for me, but you just have to kind of like feel that there's that, like you would be sitting there, and it's not always that easy on my view. And then bigger the thing, that is more complex in a sense. Maybe it's difficult even
so
to
you're
believe.
like talking about like the law of attraction and all
Basically,
this, no?
something like this.
Okay.
So that's like what I'm saying, that basically if you think about like you say that you said it also, actually, in my view, it's like you said, if you think positive thoughts and optimistic things come to you. But if you think about negative thoughts and pessimistically, you know, like that shit will happen to you, like bad things will happen, they are more likely to happen than if you think that good things will happen. But the manifestation and the attraction thing is more like, I think that it's not going to be that you sort of ask anything, but you have to kind of be fully like committed, in a sense that it's not that you think that there's
committed is the way, yeah.
That it's just a state of thing that I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'm not, but anyway, it's not that you ask for something, or for me it's like that I was thinking that there is room. I was thinking, but I also like kind of saw that there is room already beforehand.
Like visualizing.
Visualizing. Yes.
Well, in my case, for example, the positive thinking, I think that it's not only important that you are having the positive thinking, but the surroundings are also, or your mentors, your teachers, or the people that you have around is also like a positive thinker, or positive, like motivators. Let's put it like this, no? And I will say, in my case, there was like well, you know, like, of course, when people is like a teenager, you have your hormones, then you experiment with drugs and blah blah blah, you know, because that's the most common thing that happens. And then in my life was crucial, the positive thinking, in a way that I had like really bad moment through my life. Like I was like basically disconnecting from all kinds of things that make me feel good. Like I was dancing and stuff like that, but it was like a really, really, really bad period of my life. And then at some point I was being offered like a heroin, you know, like this drug. And in the last moment I said no, you know, I have never touched that, you know, like and it was related to all the positive that I have surrounded, not in that moment, because I was having a really bad period, like anything was working okay, and anything like my studies or whatever, it was like a chaos, everything. But in that precise moment, I don't know what came to my life that I was like saying no, you know. But I remember like I was visualizing like that stuff will close all the possibility to have a positive outcome, in my life. But it was like it's a matter of a choice that will go one direction or the other. And this is why it's so important also, not only, I think, like not only to have a positive thinking, but also to be surrounded by positive people. Because that influence a lot, because there is gonna be always like shitty moments in your life that you're gonna be really down. Because I don't know, someone dies, you lose a job. There are situations in life that are really crucial, and then it's that moment that where you can, it's like positivism is like a kind of like hole or hope, that you can grab at the moment when you need it, if you have had it there, and you have it available. So that was my experience.
Well, that's pretty powerful story. Oh, that's like kind of serious. That's not no nonsense kind
And I
of
was
thing.
15 years old.
So that's, and also being 15 and get understanding that this guy gets already worth noting.
Yeah.
Hey, but do you believe that optimism is like, can it be like counterproductive, or like can it be? Well, I think we covered something a little bit like that. Like I said, for example, that I can be a bit too optimistic, that I do something and I kind of expect more happen that actually kind of.
That can be also like I think like counterproductive for your survival, actually, because for example, like the same guy that this Emilio Duro, he said, like, for example, if you are, you have also to see and recognize your limitations, your real ones, because there are potential. I mean, like one person, I always say, like one person not know what are their limits till they explore them. But there are physical limitations that are there, and one has to recognize that you are not a dragon. O sea, I am a person, and for more that I want to be a dragon, I am not a dragon, So that's the point. And I think that many people can happen, like this guy is telling, that these people that read like Who Was Eating My Cheese or whatever book of motivation book, and then they believe that they are, they are something that they are not, and that is fact. I think that you are gonna blast with reality, and then the dangerous thing of this, that is it can lead you to a real depression, or that can lead you to a bad spot. But in general, I think that optimism, all in all, I think like it brings more good than bad. Even if you lie yourself, about like believing that you are something that you are not, that will probably will help you to escalate some more position, or will help you to generate other point of view. No, even if it's that.
I think it's like somebody said, somebody said, maybe it was about a soldier or a singer. Like first you look like a singer, then you act like a singer, and then you will become a singer. Or like first you look like a soldier, then you act like a soldier, and then you will be one. So in a way, also like I think it's like sort of like you fake it until it's necessary, and then you will, if you go at it and you have your attitude certain way, that first you can fake it till you make it.
Yeah, you can make it to. I think that the correct build is from the inside to the outside, But I think that you can basically grow it the other way around, You can try to feel it in the exterior to feel it in the interior, no? But well, there are different ways to arrive to Rome, no? They say.
Yeah.
So,
and again. I
have a dog that is eating the wall. Do you know why the dogs, the animals eat the walls? Because I have never had an animal that eat the wall, but my dog eat the wall. Is it positive or is it negative?
Maybe he's that he get through the wall,
He's opening new doors,
But
okay.
I'm still demanding comments. Hey people, comment afterwards if you watch the video. If you watch it now, listen. Maybe there's interesting things.
I'm gonna
So-
open the door for him.
One way or the other. The Spanish person goes to open the door for the dog. Share, like, subscribe, share.
But
like,
what do you think? Yes,
share,
like
us. That's enough. Share? Did I say share already? Hey, buy me
share,
coffee.
like
It's, if you want
Yeah,
to give us your
fine.
money, that's possible. Share is
as
buy
well.
coffee. Maybe we put a link on there. We want your money, of course. We can buy coffee then, more coffee. I don't know. Maybe I can get my connection fixed so I don't have to do the stream outside. It's -7, dude. This is the coolest stream I
Yeah, you're frozen.
stream, man. So, well, yeah. If there's would be
And do you- what-
interaction?
And do you believe that an optimistic person attract more people than a negative person? That's another thing.
Well, if you look at the world history, that depends how you see certain leaders in certain countries who have kind of evoked things on people. So I don't know. Maybe they was like, it seemed to me that many times it would have been that it's like this optimistic in that sense that, for example, for the Germans, I guess, was like that they are really cool and they are like Uber something, and then some other group of people are not so much. So I think it was used that it's like it reinforces that who you want to influence, you make them try to feel really good and like in an optimistic manner, I guess.
Mhm.
And then, but it then many times could be that is gonna be paid by someone else, in a way. Or now I don't know if I'm going like a little bit off rails with this one. But I guess you have to for example, for a leader, you present like an optimistic view of the future, in that sense that, or that you say that it's gonna be, like this is what is gonna happen. But when you choose me, there will be like Trump or whoever president or whatever, like I'm gonna make America great again. He has an optimistic view, right? And he wants people to believe that. So he believes, and then on the other hand, it's like you make it kind of like that negative, the other way around, that if you don't, then the place is not going to be great.
But I am totally agree with this. Like, let's make America great, but let's make the rest of the world also great. And that is really optimistic. Optimism for everyone.
That is a real optimistic thought.
That's
yes.
the real one. Not that I have and you have nothing. So we all we want the best for everyone. The best for everyone.
Yeah, and also I just wanted to say still that basically, I don't know if you can see, but my water kind of freezes from the surface. So like the buy me coffee thing also could buy me like a thing that would keep my water a little bit warmer, so I can drink normal water. So I don't have to, like, mira.
Buy me a warmer.
There's literally pieces of ice here, like not
You're sitting in the ice room.
I know what you have to do, but you have to literally sit on top of the glass and then
yes.
Yeah. And then it gets warm. Huh?
and I don't say with what.
No, I don't want to know with what. Maybe the is a little bit from color, but yeah.
Fine. Okay. Next one.
Oh, do you want
Moving on.
Okay. Yeah. Are we? How are you guys doing? I'm outside. It's -7. It's not that I'm cold.
I think that we should close the chiringuito for today. That is like 1 hour and a half. It has been really cool, really nice, optimistic way.
Can I like go to the warm?
I don't want to be pessimistic, but you are gonna, the freezing thing start from the water and then, continue escalating, and maybe your brain is included in the process.
Your brain is freezing, so.
For example.
So, yeah, basically, well, again, thanks for people to watching. But so let's make some kind of like key points. is there like a consensus of something, or even if there's
But
not?
I didn't hear.
People do?
One last thing is that I didn't hear from Mark from the last question.
Ah,
What question? What was the question? Now we are so ready.
already about to wrap up. I think can optimism be counterproductive? I think that was the
Yes.
last one, right?
Yes.
Hey, let's make that for the next stream, so people will have the motivation to know the Dutch answer on the next stream.
Yeah, if you
And
want
do
to
you
hear
think-
what the Dutch
do
guy
you-
answered, you have to be here next time, or what's the next video? And by the
But
way, hey, we
the-
have made how many we made already, dude? How many videos
What?
we made? The streams, like 10.
10 or more.
Yeah.
I think 11.
So
Yes.
this is
Okay.
so this is like, hey, we've been kind of constant with this. I don't think we are going away now, are we? We are gonna
No,
stop.
not for now. And we
No.
have made 1 month already. That
Mhm.
was like the 10th was the first streaming, and now it's 12. So yeah.
Ah.
So
Yeah,
congratulations.
we're on the way.
Good for us. What can I say? It's been kind of. I think it's going for in a good directions, right, or something. I think so. I've been
I
optimistic
hope
that it's gonna go good, and it
A
has
little
gone.
bit warmer weather will do good for you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think warm will be better, or maybe one day I can stream from like normal people do, like like inside houses. So
Yeah.
not outside.
you're
but I'm
finished,
really
so.
cool. But I'm really cool, really cool. So
You're a
yeah,
strong
okay.
man from the north.
So yeah, that what now I get totally. Maybe this is
That you're a strong man from the north.
yes, indeed I am.
Yes.
I'm like 1/8 or 16th Viking or something. But yeah, optimism. What was the? Now I got confused. Mark,
What?
the counterproductive of optimism.
I was telling you I'm gonna do that in the next stream.
Yes,
In the next
in the
one.
start of the next stream.
No wonder I didn't remember. I was like, why could I remember what he said? Because I got somehow totally sidetracked. Silly me.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So, but
So
what
for
is
me,
the
like,
points?
Let's
what do
see
you wanna say?
if there are viewers who are optimistic and gonna watch the next stream.
so for you, Mark, in a summaries stuff, summarize stuff is like optimism is good or is bad?
Good. Perfect.
Good.
Need.
Okay.
It's a must-have.
It's a must-have. So it's like crucial. It's like key. Okay.
It's-
What about for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark, go ahead.
No, it's the basic of life. Without it, life has no use.
Okay. And for you, Suomipoika?
Being Suomipoika, I guess, like if I will say, I have to be careful what I say. I cannot walk on the street anymore or something. No, I think it's like good. Like I said, like there is the idea. I don't also like this, like that everything is incredible kind of thing. It seems fake. Like it's like I'm super excited to do one, yeah, and everything is just it's like it goes. For example, in some American, like somebody had some channel about yoga or something, and they were like everything is super good and super excited. So for me, it gets like if you use
But
this word, it's
I think
the way.
but I think this is a wrong conception also about this, because like I think like if people feel it, people
They
can
should say-
express it, and it doesn't have way to be fake.
Totally,
But
totally.
maybe the stuff is that like many people doesn't feel this way. They think that they are fake. You know what I mean? But I am
Exactly.
sure that many people they are just connected with what they are feeling, and they will say like, yes, it's great, because this whatever, but the other is the perception of the other person, because it's according with the reality that person has lived, that cannot believe that the other has so much joy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe that's
Also
exactly
that.
maybe exactly I stand corrected. Maybe this all about me in that sense, and it's my like I said that I don't somehow see that correct, or like I am somehow,
Maybe
maybe it irritates me. Maybe this is my mirroring. This is how I would want to be, but all my life I could have not been like this because of the surroundings. Because things happen to me, right?
Because it
Because
happened.
things
Yes.
happen. Did I say things happen to me? I complain. You know, I've been here in the balcony for 2 hours, guys. Yeah, ballet. But yeah, I guess you are correct.
Go push biking, you're warm in a
Yes,
sec.
yes, yes. So, but yeah, I don't know. For me, it's like, I guess, yeah, optimism. But somehow, like I said, I see, my perception is like, if it goes like overboard, it starts to seem like it's not real anymore. That it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go take a pee. Yes, and it was yellow. It went to the toilet, and then I flushed. Yes, yes, yes. That's too much. I don't know. It's just like it cannot. Okay, if you have that much of joy, fine, it's good, I guess. So I don't know what to say, but that was kind of passive aggressive, whatever. Yeah. So I would still say yeah, optimism, because I would have off myself, like I have considered to cease exist with life throwing things at you if I would have been. Maybe I think for me it would be like for a while I will be like down and I cannot, get it. But at some point I will dig the thing from me that I'm consider, okay, I'm gonna live through this. I'm gonna survive or whatever, like in this, that I have to get it. Maybe it doesn't. It's not so. Maybe it takes a little bit more time. But yeah, optimism. Yes, enough monologues. You, por favor, una española.
Optimism, yes, but with reality. I mean, like with contemplating the reality in life. Like I said, the middle point. I think it's always a good thing. So that's way. in that, in
That's
that,
right.
that's
Like,
way. Yeah, I
but-
think like it's really important, like motivation and to be optimistic, but controlling also like risks, like without not as, not going without checking.
I think
Let's put it
one
like
thing,
this.
by the way, one thing that occurred to me, I was about some book that I read. Was it Outliers again or whatever the hell it was? But it was also like that many times you have a project and you have kind of optimistic thing that it's gonna cost 1 million, it's gonna take 1 year. And many times things happen and then seems to be that you're gonna build a bridge. The original idea optimistically is that it's gonna cost 1 million, it's gonna end up taking twice more time and 5 times more money.
That
So
was in
that's the
the
reality.
in
Then the realism
thinking
in that
fast
sense,
and slow. I
it was in
think
that way, yeah.
I
So,
think
but
so.
realism in that sense that somebody was suggesting that you should think, or you could also go like not blindly optimistically, like, yeah, it's not gonna be so cold in the balcony. I'm gonna go on a t-shirt and sunglasses. So in a sense, might be good to take some, like what could go wrong, as long as you don't put it to the negative side of things, pessimistic, like, well, it's no point to build a bridge. It's gonna collapse anyway. It's too expensive, and I don't know. The neighbors don't like how it looks like it's the wrong color. I don't think we should build it at all. Let's just stop it. You know what I mean? That it's probably, like you said, to have some realism there, and because then there is the trap, for example, in this, that it's like you build the bridge, you spend 3 million, and it's not ready, and then are you gonna stop building it, or you gonna stop doing something? I don't know. Maybe this is okay enough. So, but yeah, that's just the rest there. Maybe that's much way better to say it like when I said that if you go overboard with it, like everything is super fantastic, but like a hint of realism somewhere there.
Optimism creates realism and creates experience and wisdom.
Yeah, and the pedaling creates everything else.
If I was never optimistic, I could never survive push biking. I never made it.
Okay.
So, because I hit everything when I was a kid with push biking. No.
Maybe. Fair enough. So,
Okay.
so we're all
So-
for it. That's a consensus that everybody thinks. That's fantastic. Different countries, from the Dutch guy, the Suomipoika and una Española, we all are considering the optimistic view is better. So I don't know. Maybe it's like time to thank people who gonna watch this in the future, and the people, of course, who have been watching now, please comment, share, like, share with your friends. It's nice. Subscribe, like, and push all buttons you can basically consider. You have like just everything. It's gonna leak something, and I will also put in the end that to giving us your money will somehow make this channel better. Yeah, I'm not sure. Well,
at least will help.
Yeah, maybe it will let us concentrate more. Maybe I will get like a course in something if I get buy me coffee money. Maybe I'm not gonna promise. Okay, hey, I guess that's the stuff. Once upon a time, Española in Nederlander and Suomipoika want to thank you, right? We want to thank you. Don't
Yes.
forget to subscribe our channel.
Thank you all.
And the notification bell should be hit as well, like bong, like cling, cling. So you don't never gonna miss the exciting content that we make. About we're gonna have to keep having the conversations. This was like the 10th, so we are kind of consistent with this. We are not going away. So you just should kind of like and share and subscribe and share with your friends. The cultural explorations. This is happening all along. So basically, hey, stay tuned. When we're gonna stream next, Española. We're gonna stream next on
Tuesday 14.
Tuesday. Oh yeah,
Tuesday
of course.
14.
Tuesday the 14th. That has already something to it. That has something.
Mark. No,
It has
no birthdays.
No, thank you that you said Tuesday. It's the 14th. Now I know. I have to put my garbage outside Tuesday.
Okay. Important.
Yeah,
Otherwise you will have to sleep with it.
Yeah, I have so much.
Tuesday we're gonna dive into some interesting, fascinating topic again. We are not gonna tell yet what, I guess. So it's 14th Tuesday the 14th. It has something to it. I don't know. So keep your ears peeled. Eyes peeled. Ears peeled. I don't know. Keep looking at
something peeled.
See the signs. We're gonna put beforehand some kind of. You can go and come wait for it if you want to. So I would say those. Thank you a lot. Anyone?
Gracias.
Thank you.
Adios.
So, bye bye. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. It's cold, man. See you.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta luego, Lucas.
Oh, you did already. I cannot believe that my drinking water froze again.